Say the thing.
This is scripted, not my Stanley.
No, shut up. Do it again. I'll make this into like... I'll turn this into a sweatshop, I swear to God.
Recording sweatshop. This is a dictatorship.
Okay.
Nah. Make me.
Bauer, can you say the line, not my Stanley?
No.
Oh, I'll just say it anyway. So Stanley's flat, right?
Not my Stanley.
So Stanley's flat, and
Yeah.
like his dick is flat, right? So can you get it up?
I mean,
Like even when he breathes, he doesn't become 3D. So like when he gets a boner, would he
physically,
even go up?
chemistrically, and biogenically speaking, yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Okay.
I'm sure it'd
That's
be
an
square,
interesting answer.
though.
You
Like,
think
it'd be
I think it'd be a
square?
rectangular
Glad your
prism.
third grade teacher read you
Okay.
that book.
Yeah.
What?
Who was my
Actually,
third
I
grade
think my
teacher?
first grade teacher read it to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mom read it to me.
That's the
But,
type
like-
of question I'd ask her, like in grade 3. Hey, how does he get it up?
Hey, how does Flat Stanley get it up? It's like Bauer in third grade.
How does,
I mean, he
how
was
does
a year
Flat
older than
Stanley
us.
Fucking
Yeah, he
lay
was a
pipe?
year older, so it'd be more like, hey, yo, teach, how does Flat Stanley get hard?
Oh my
I think
god.
that's more historically accurate, I
It's
think.
biblically accurate.
Biblically accurate, Bauer.
Bauer.
Nah, this is more like, hey, how do you fuck?
How do you
How does Flat
fuck?
Stanley get it in?
How do you?
Well, it's actually really
Who
simple.
was your first grade, or who
It's almost as simple
was
as
it first grade,
modding a
third grade?
3DS.
I was a third grade teacher.
You know, like the 3DS stylus?
Yeah.
It's just like that. Hey, yo, Mr. White, how does Flat Stanley get it in?
How does he score?
What
What?
did you say?
Do you say how does he squirt?
His score?
Score.
Score?
Oh.
Flat Stanley's a
Score.
stud. He's a real stud, you know? He can get,
Okay,
like,
so if he was a
anywhere.
girl, would his pussy stink?
I don't know. I mean, like, would anything even be able to get in there to make it stink?
I mean, like, you don't shower for long enough, it would stink.
I guess
This is
so.
the worst
Do you, like, put him
fucking-
in... Do you, like, put him in the washer? So how does he wear
How
clothes?
flat was he canonically?
I don't know. Is he, like,
Uh,
infinitely flat?
How flat
Is there, like, Flat Stanley lore?
is Flat Stanley? How flat is Flat Stanley? I want the Wikipedia
forgot.
page.
Originally, he became flat because he got squashed to death, pretty much.
Yeah.
He didn't die, though.
Falling off of a fucking bulletin board, apparently.
Oh yeah, he can visit his friends in California by mailing himself. Remember that?
Who invented
Okay,
Flat
all I'm
Stanley?
concerned
Yeah,
about is
crap.
how flat is he?
Wait a minute. Apparently eventually he becomes tired of his flatness, and his brother pumps him with a bicycle pump.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was at the end of the first book, and then he just
Yeah,
became
but, like-
flat again right at the start of the
But
second.
then where'd they put the? Never mind. Some things are better left unanswered.
That's how you get the police knocking on your door.
I think it was in his asshole.
Or it could have been in his mouth, or his like urethra or something. Where'd the air leave his body? I guess that's the question. When he was flattened. Chase, what's your opinion on Flat Stanley?
You just beat Minesweeper.
No one cares. Nobody asked that. I asked something, and that was not it.
Hey, there's 99 bombs on this board.
99 bombs? Just give me 99 bombs in your fucking mailbox. I swear to God.
What do you think Flat Stanley's beliefs are on the
Do you think Flat Stanley supported the Vietnam War?
Oh fuck, what was it the other day?
What about MLK Jr.?
Without using real names, Karen at work in the meat department. You know him?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He said something to me about like, oh, like, I'm so happy we gassed you guys or something. And then someone, I forget who exactly, but someone responded for me saying like, at least my state is legitimized or like acknowledged as such.
Bro, that was base.
It was.
Oh
No, it was Miguel. No, they were insulting Miguel. Cause like when Migos first came back the other day,
Yeah,
me and Big Man G, I can use G, that's not his name.
yeah.
Me and Big Man G were talking about him. We're like, oh, so like, you just turned 18, and you go to Mexico. So like, is this like cartel stuff or like what's happening? And Miguel's
When
like,
your own boss accuses you of being a drug lord.
and Migos is like, yeah, I gotta go back every quarter now. And we're like, really? And he's like, yeah. And then like we were telling that to Karen, and Karen was like, oh, fucking Mexicans, I hate them. Like, go back to your country. And then Migos goes,
Oh my
at least
God.
my country is legitimized.
Oh my god. I said so. Like they shared the same plane, right? That was that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Migos and G. They shared the
Yeah.
same plane, right?
Yeah.
Did G notice?
I don't think so.
Aw. Tell me there's no wacky hijinks that ensued. That sucks. Remember you told me he asked you, should I throw something at him? Oh.
Should I say this man has a bomb?
What?
Thank you, Mario. Did you know it's actually really easy to mod it?
Thank you, Mario! Did you know it's actually really easy to mod your 3DS?
Sephiroth, it's actually really easy to hack your Wii, not gonna lie.
What?
There's Obama, Far Cry 7. Oh,
What is this?
Someone actually made that, huh?
Literally,
I think that's one of my dad's biggest accomplishments.
Your dad's biggest accomplishment?
Hacking
How
your
about
Modding
Wii.
away.
yeah, breaking a
Yeah.
Wii.
hacking your Wii? Did your dad watch porn on your 3DS?
No. I never had it.
Actually, not gonna lie, I remember I once did that.
Yes.
I remember I looked it up just to see if I could.
That's literally what I did.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if like 3DS
It's like, what if I
automatically
looked up
blocks
like
sites.
boobs? And I did.
Did it work?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like
definitely.
filter or anything. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
boobs and like 144p.
Yeah, exactly. But you
My
get
big
two
brother-
screens to look at it.
Yeah, you get two screens, except like there's a big split down the middle. Yes, you can like have
Big
one
brother.
boob on each screen.
My big
Power
brother.
from knocking away.
What
Yeah, I
big brother
can't. Shut the fuck up and listen.
Okay,
What'd
so
your big
like
brother
the
do?
other day, I went
Oh,
down the
God.
street.
Yeah. We heard the story. You're fucking lactose intolerant, and you're walking down the street
Not
with fucking milk.
lactose
It's fine.
intolerant. That's Eden.
Thought you
I
were
still
lactose
d-
No.
I still drink milk though. Not that I should.
I believed I was for like 2 months.
I
And
forgot what
then
I was
that
gonna
was
say.
it.
God damn it.
I remember we had a band concert one time, and like I drank a bunch of chocolate milk beforehand, so like I was just farting through the whole thing. Don't tell anyone that, except like whoever's watching. Don't tell anyone. I mean, it was really convenient though, right? Because like I was right in the middle of everyone, and like it was quite loud. Hopefully, the person
Remember there
behind
was
me
this
didn't
one
mind.
time in middle school band concerts, I had this
Yeah.
like for some reason, whatever her name was,
Uh,
had me sit
I need my
beside
credit card.
the euphoniums
Oh yeah.
because I was saxophone, and
Yeah.
there was Xander on euphonium.
Mm-hmm.
And just like randomly throughout the concert, I would reach and open up his spit valve on him, and it just spill all into his lap.
What? Why'd you do that?
It was funny.
That's gross.
That's the worst thing ever. Other than
You never
music,
never
like-
played an instrument, did you?
No, I was never in band.
Oh, you should have been. It was quite interesting.
You remember recorder? Did you do that?
I think you had to.
Did you have to?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had to do
Like
it.
in elementaries, right?
How'd you do on recorder?
Not great.
I remember everyone like fought over like the bass recorder because it was bigger.
Yeah.
It was
I always
fire.
get
Yeah,
that
and
one or the next one
they-
smaller.
No.
Yeah.
I remember
one likes the
exactly
middle
what
one.
fucking happened. I remember,
Oh?
because I had crooked fingers, right?
Oh,
And I couldn't
You
get.
still do.
biblically accurate fingers.
Yeah, I couldn't get my fucking finger over the hole, and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna switch instruments, and then she gives me a fucking piccolo. And that's like the smallest thing ever. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, but you don't have to cover the holes.
I don't think it would have been a piccolo because that's
It was a piccolo.
a flute That's still like it's just a small flute. I think she would have given you just the smaller recorder size, which I don't know what it's called. But a
Yeah.
piccolo's a
Piccolo.
small flute.
The piccolo.
Yeah, piccolo's like you play sideways.
Yeah, no, you still play it sideways.
They'll play it sideways? What are you going on about?
Piccolos,
What?
you play them sideways.
How's it-
They're still
I'm-
flutes.
Yeah. Let me see.
Pretty sure you're wrong about that.
No.
I'm not.
Who was in band and who was in art?
Yeah, who took art class?
More like fart.
Yeah. More like a Bart Simpson looking at.
Oh, get fucked. They're so cool.
Bart Simpson, eh?
Was it Sopranino? I think it was called.
I think
It
so.
was like low because soprano was the one we played, like the Sopranos.
Yeah, I think it was Sopranino.
I think there's the Sopranos for P2 actually.
Oh, I love The Sopranos. It's a good show.
I think it's also like a brawler.
Oh, I got a story for you guys. So for
Oh?
some reason in like elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
I was really obsessed with like trying to. It was almost like trying to give people like real life title cards. So like
Okay.
in elementary school for like Bauer, it was like the weird one, okay, and it'd always be like the the something. For Bauer, it was the weird one. Eden, for you, I'm pretty sure it was the Asian, to be honest.
Come on.
And for me,
Come on.
this is the cringe part. I always had me as the gamer.
The gamer.
Exactly.
You're so cool.
Very cool.
Oh my god. That's yeah. Me in middle school, I don't think I've ever told anyone this story, but in middle school, we had it was in grade 7, I think. We had French class,
Hmm.
and we had a sub that previous day or something, and we were like acting like the worst people ever. We were like huge pieces of shit to the sub. And then like when the teacher came back, she was like really disappointed. She gave like this like 5-minute long like speech on how we were like awful, and we were. And like I was holding a fart the entire time, and then, like I was looking for an opportune moment to like let it out, but then like right as she ended her thing, I couldn't hold it in anymore. So during this like 2-second period of silence, they're just like the loudest fart you've ever heard. But then, like no one knew it was me though, because like it was completely silent, and I was kind of like in the in the middle area,
I'm
and like
crying.
and we were like sitting on the crappy plastic chairs as well, so it made it even
It
louder.
magnified it.
Yeah, so everyone was like pissing their pants laughing. Even like the teacher was like laughing.
Oh.
Like she didn't get mad though.
Was it the guy who left to start installing wheelchair ramps?
What?
Was it the dude
The French
substitute?
teacher?
in
No,
middle school?
I don't think so.
Okay, because
I
in
don't
my
remember.
class, Chase was in all my classes in middle school, so he might remember this.
Okay.
There was the dude
Not me.
substitute.
No,
What do you mean no?
but not me.
What do you mean not you? I'm talking
me.
about you.
What,
The
why
other
did you say
Chase?
elementary?
I said middle school. I'm pretty sure I
No,
said middle
swear
school.
you said elementary.
Chase was in all my classes in middle school. So,
I don't know. Who cares?
anyways, middle school. We were in the same class every year. And there was the French teacher, who like sometimes we'd have the substitute, and I'm not gonna say his name because we did some awful shit. And he now installs wheelchair ramps. You remember him?
Okay.
I don't actually.
Oh, the name. If you knew the name, it'd ring a bell to you. Hold on,
I
let me
remember the
move
guy, I
Discord
remember
to
the
the other
girl, though.
screen, and I'll text it to you guys. To
Yeah,
you,
like-
Chase.
Can you text me or Chase can text me, I guess.
I think that was his name.
I wanna know as well. Maybe I remember
Yeah, me
him.
too.
Barra might know the name as well.
I mean, I tried to fucking avoid.
I think that was it. I'm not 100% though. Anyways, fucking, there was one day we were just terrorizing him. Like, no one gave a shit. And the teacher came back the other day, gave us hell for like 10 minutes and moved on. And then we find out like a month later
Oh,
that he
yeah.
quit teaching because of
Aw.
us. And then he
What
now
because of
installs, well, and he now installs wheelchair ramps.
Oh my god, that's so sad actually. I hope he likes installing
I
wheelchair
hope so.
ramps.
Um,
Oh my god.
I don't know. I liked him and I didn't like him because like there was one day where like I was laughing. I was just laughing at something, and he kicked me out for laughing. I wasn't even laughing a lot. I have another story about laughing. This one
Well,
I'm gonna say
okay.
the actual name of. You can bleep it out for all I care. But
Okay.
Miss Tupac, grade 8 in middle school. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Man.
Okay.
I think I remember this.
Like, so like, yeah, like I laughed. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. She'd tell me to stop. I'd try to stop. I couldn't always help it. Whatever. And then also, so like, she had like mad ADHD. And, you know, I had mad Tourette's. I still do.
Yep.
And my take in grade 8 was I would look everywhere. My eyes would just dart place to place to place. I'd look at everything. And there was one day she looked at me and she's like, I need you to stop or I am kicking you out. Like, she got pissed at me. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, and she's got pissed. And then parent teacher comes along and she goes, yeah, honestly, like, he's doing all his work, blah, 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 all this. There's only two things I have concerns about, and it's him laughing in class and him looking around a bunch. And my dad just looks at her and goes, you mean to tell me that he's getting
Hey,
all
were you-
his...
were-
What?
Were you ever diagnosed actually?
Not that point.
Yes and no. I was
Okay.
diagnosed at 18, but never prescribed because he said that my doctor said that the prescribing too late could have like major backlashes or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're dead.
My dad was like, so you mean to tell me that he's completing all the work, he has a pretty decent / good grade, and you are concerned about him laughing and looking everywhere? Because they knew I had something along the lines of Tourette's at that time, but like,
Mhm.
I had no fucking clue what that meant.
Yeah.
They just called them my tics.
Mhm.
So my dad's like, I genuinely see nothing wrong here. And my dad just left the room kind of pissed. I hate her, dumbass. Fuck you, Miss Tupac. She now
I got-
teaches at
Yeah,
elementary. That's the worst
about
place
her.
for her to be then.
I didn't like her either.
She teaches elementary at elementary school.
That's true.
You should probably bleep
Got
that one out.
demoted. Got demoted then, eh?
She did get demoted. Actually,
Hmm.
story about Kanye now too.
Oh god, I don't even want to get into it, honestly.
No, you guys will think this is
Kanye.
So I
funny.
guess I'll,
No,
I'll
no.
just dub over them.
Yeah.
with
I got a
vaguely
bunch of
similar
them.
sounding names.
I got
guys-
a bunch of stories.
Okay,
It's great.
hold on though. You guys will think this is funny because it was cringe as fuck.
God.
So, Thomas's mom
Mhm.
works for the school board. Kanye West is dating Miss Kim. Mr. Kim used to be the principal. He just stopped the year that we were going into high school. Principal high school, and she's dating him.
So I'll
And
fix the bleep out now.
yeah. And so he's now the head of the administration.
Okay.
And anyways, when he got the promotion, the next day she comes into work. Tom's mom is sitting in the lunchroom with like everyone else, and Steffler walks in and just like kind of goes like, "Oh my god, like I don't know what to do. I kind of feel like the queen right now.
Oh my god.
Like, it was just the cringiest shit is
That
what
is-
my
oh
aunt
my
was
God.
telling us. She's like, yeah, I feel like the queen right now. Like, I don't know what to do. Don't know where to sit. Like,
I don't want to sit near you peasants. I think that's what she was implying.
exactly.
It's like you're nothing to me.
Yeah.
What? Who says that?
It was also like, there was Wee Day one year when I was in grade 8.
Okay.
Wee Day, that's the right word, right?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in like October, kind of like an Earth Day type of thing. We'd have some students go down. Wee Day, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Day. That's a
So,
nationwide event, actually.
There was one time they told us to like just talk about it live on Edmodo while we watched the whole thing. And you know,
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, we're in grade 8.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about what was happening.
Oh god, did
I
you
lose
type?
patience easily.
Uh-huh.
Me and Adoni were talking, not in like DMs or anything, because you can't DM.
No.
We just made posts back and forth.
I think I
commenting on
remember
each
seeing
other's-
that. I think I remember seeing that.
He
Yeah.
said something about getting goats, because they were making an analogy for goats. They were
Oh,
like,
right,
buy
yeah, yeah.
goats, and he was talking about goats, and I was like, yo, let's go get goats at Costco. And he's like, yeah, let's go, Walmart. And that was it. That was all our interaction. And then like 10 minutes later, Kanye comes in the room and she's like, people are posting bad shit. You need to delete them or you're getting called down to the office. And we're all like, okay. And I didn't see anything wrong with what I said, so I left it up. I also didn't know how to delete posts. And then I hear, Jordan to the office. So I fucking walk down to the office. I'm like, what's up, B? And she's like, let's go buy goats from Costco. And I'm like, yeah.
That is the most disrespectful thing I've heard.
That was basically her reaction. And I was just like, I don't know how to delete a post, to be honest. Kanye.
What's a goat?
And she was like, I'll do it for you. And she did it for me. And she's like, you're lucky I'm friends with your mom. And in my head, I'm like, my mom's. And in my head, in my head, I was like, my mom's been talking about how she hates you recently.
Mom thinks you're a bitch.
She also
Say it
gave
out
my
loud.
mom like weekly updates on how I was doing and my
God.
grades and all that.
She also
I
gave your
remember
mom
saying
weed. Yeah, this is weird.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, here's another thing. In grade 11,
Oh, fuck.
sorry, this one's really funny. I haven't told anyone before, so I need to tell people.
That we'll talk after.
This one's really funny. Grade 11. I had a pretty low grade in chemistry, not gonna lie. I passed with a
Yep.
56 in the end.
Yep.
And every week, my mom signed up for the Edmodo like update. To like give every Monday.
Oh,
at,
wait,
like,
grade 11?
this was in grade
Yeah.
11.
Wasn't getting Meadow though.
Yeah, it
Something
was
else.
whatever it was.
Yeah, okay, I was
Power
like,
school.
Not a model.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To
whatever
send
it
your
was.
grades. And every morning, every Monday morning, I would wake up
Mhm.
early. I'd sneak into the living room, go on her tablet,
Delete
delete the
or whatever.
email, and then go into her deleted email and make sure it was
Uh,
permanently deleted, close the tablet, and then go to bed again. Every fucking morning. Grade 11 and 12, actually, I did that.
Instead, just doing better at chemistry.
Yeah,
you
and
will
then she'd
keep
take
going
me
up
to
early.
extra help anyways. And genuinely, for the first like 2-3 months, I went to extra help every day for chemistry.
Mhm.
I saw myself that I wasn't getting better, and so
Mhm.
I just stopped going to extra help.
All right, fair enough.
Like chemistry wasn't for
Why
me.
do you even take chemistry in 12? Or in 12 did you take chemistry or is just
11 and 12.
Oh, why did you take
Uh,
it in 12?
Literally, it was because my mom wouldn't let me have spares.
Ah.
Yeah.
I would have taken
Sorry,
anything
you had
else.
spares.
What?
I would have.
You had spares.
Did he have spares?
I was allowed 1 spare a semester.
Okay, I did. I think I went through
And then
high school
and
with
then
no
and then
spares the entire time.
it's very much like the older child situation though in my house because Evan was straight. I mean, Evan's a different case.
Well, yes,
obviously.
that.
But Evan was also allowed to have 1 class a day all semester in grade 12.
Oh my god. I mean, I think I could have done that, but I don't want to just stay home all day. At least I didn't used to.
There was other stuff like in grade 12. I definitely wouldn't have taken band if I knew how it
Really?
was. I was miserable.
Fair enough.
Okay. So,
Well, actually, no.
uh,
Sorry.
so middle school. I was a different case in middle school. I didn't
Yeah.
know that I didn't read. I couldn't read fucking.
You didn't?
I didn't know I couldn't read social cues.
Oh,
like, at
okay.
all.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
You can
I
read them
got-
now, right?
no,
Oh, okay. He's
I
honest,
still
then.
don't know how to differentiate. But
All right, fair enough.
anyway,
Mhm.
I've been into the principal's office about 10 times
In middle school alone, or throughout all
in
of
middle school alone.
Hmm.
Middle school alone, and Miss.
Kanye.
Oh, we were besties. Not really. She hated me.
Man.
One was the famous incident where I drew a penis on the school with some snow.
Yeah,
I
I
got
remember.
suspended for
that.
that.
I remember literally watching it happen. He does it, and then I just literally watch as a lunch lady starts waddling over, and he just tries to quickly turn it into a face to look like Squidward. And then she's like, "Yeah, to the office you go."
And then
Oh, God.
I tried to plead my case. Like that's how I draw noses, because I literally grabbed my sketchbook.
My
and
nose
it
just looks like a penis, I swear.
And I'm like, there you go, and I still got suspended for it. I was just like, please do not try to deface the school. I was like, fuck it, Wilson. But
They're
alright.
so like they tried to make like middle schoolers not have fun, but middle schoolers will make fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like no matter
They will-
what, kids will like even if they're being like murdered, they will try to have fun.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
They'll
you know,
find ways to have fun.
there's that
What?
one time me and I didn't tell anybody this story, but
Oh.
it happened.
Good
There's this
story.
one time me and my uncle. My uncle was in town
Oh,
from
no.
from
Oh,
Germany,
okay.
Oh
and
no.
Never told anyone.
We launched
Yeah.
we launched fireworks behind the school.
pretty close actually. It was a
what?
it was a rocket.
Oh,
Okay.
I think you might have told this before. Maybe it's someone else.
I don't remember this personally.
No,
I
we
remember
in
some-
the grand total we in my life I launched 2 rockets.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then-
one behind the school and one in
Well,
the White House.
after the second one, that my uncle's like, yeah, maybe like rocket building isn't for you, because no matter what, it always ends up fucking terrible.
So what happened?
Didn't you like break a window or something?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, so you didn't tell it before.
Okay, so yeah, I broke
Elementary
the
school.
window. But I went in a fucking model rocket. It was like maybe, I don't know, fucking like $50 for a little rocket with a little bit of like gunpowder, but that he brought over from Germany because he didn't know putting gunpowder is not really legal in Canada.
You can buy fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not in a fucking model rocket.
Maybe not. Yeah. You can just break
Not
it
in
apart.
a
You
model
know.
rocket. It was meant to go straight up, but it just did not. I guess the wind took it and it fucking just darted right through.
Elementary
the
school.
It was like, well, we gotta run. And the second one was probably the most scary because it actually started like a little mini fire. And
Great.
it was
Middle school.
fucking baseball diamond.
Hmm.
And I launched it, and I guess a little bit of, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it leaked out, and it leaked all over the diamond. We didn't realize, and then
Oh,
when we
God.
lit it, it just fucking ignited. I was like, whoa! That was cool. And we were like, again, we have to run. In my Notability, remember that app? Yeah, it was great.
Yes.
I had a whole, I got more stories about that. I got in trouble quite a few times with Notability.
I believe that.
Anyway,
Dude just
well,
drew ass and titties all day.
pretty much, and I was just but pretty much, and I didn't realize you can actually share play onto the big screen, and you don't even have to initialize it. So the whole time the class is just watching me draw dicks and I think a swastika.
Oh, that.
while we were learning about we were listening to the fucking Underground Railroad. I was like, well, that's not great.
There was a.
Not how fucking stupid it was to give like iPads to like.
Oh, it was so
fucking-
dumb.
I wonder what the cheating rate for grounders was.
I would cheat almost every time, as much as I could. And then there was one time I was actually doing it legit, and people were like, broken dishes. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then they're like, no, it's for real, broken dishes. And I looked right at them because, like, you know, you can hear where they're talking from. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not. And they're like, then how are you seeing where I am? And I was like, my brother.
The kids, kids are dumb.
Did a couple of times, but I think a main one was when like shit. Let me think of a name real quick. Actually, just bleep out the names and make it more clear.
For what?
Bruh.
I've been saying elementary
the
school
whole
time.
Yeah,
Thanks.
okay, yeah. But anyways, like
Oh my
Travis, Evan, and like that kind of group.
Yeah,
Like kind of like the party group, but back when they were like in high school.
yeah.
So, like we weren't drinking or anything. But no, we went over to like
Elementary school.
structure and did it, and like, but I had like him cornered, and when I had him cornered, but I knew it was him, because like obviously it wasn't speaking at this point. I just started undoing my counts.
What?
And
Wait, sorry,
Oh
what?
my
You did
God.
what?
I had him cornered like at the top of the structure,
Yeah.
and just because I knew it was him, because like I was cheating at that point, I just stood right up next to him, and he was still trying like not to make a sound, but I just started undoing my pants. I undid the belt, undid the button, zipped down the zipper, and then he was like, "No, just take me."
When I was playing fucking Grounders, I guess I didn't understand the true concept of like, what was it when they called when they were on the structure and you were not? Grounders.
Grounders.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Grounders. The
That's
name
yes.
of the
And anyway, I did not understand the concept, and Travis was it, and we were on the wooden structure. You know where there's a giant large bridge,
game. Yeah.
yeah.
and I was trapped because I guess some fat shit was on the slide at the time, so I couldn't go down.
Honestly,
and
it was
somebody
probably
I'm gonna
Liam
slap
because
you in a minute.
No,
real quick.
I'm helping your story. It was probably Liam because I remember Liam hogging the slide a lot.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I have a relatively high pain tolerance, like higher
Yeah,
than
you
you
used to.
do.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if you still do.
So I just fucking jumped from the bridge, and Travis was just like, "You're a fucking idiot, Grounders."
Oh my God,
And then I was
dude.
it. I was like, "Well, I still don't understand the concept of this game."
Oh my God.
I really miss being able to play on the structure at the Y though.
Oh, the Y. Yeah, that was fun. I wonder how many like COVID variants you'd get there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all 23.
I remember I was midnight. We were gonna play Grounders there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they have that giant fucking, I don't know what the hell, a triangle that just turns constantly
Yeah, the spinny
every
thing.
time. Yeah, the spinny thing. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
decided to hide in there.
It's not.
WMS,
It's not triangle. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and and fucking Travis, obviously he had to be it. Decided is like, well, I know he used logic on my ass, and he's just like, well, I know as soon as I get in there, he's just gonna jump out. So Travis decided to grab it and just fucking run around it
Yeah.
until I got dizzy, and then
Oh
then he
my
just
God.
simply tagged me. And,
I mean,
just,
that's pretty big brain, actually.
I
and he's
remember.
just like, again, you're a fucking idiot.
I remember one time when we were at the Y. Bauer will remember this like yesterday.
Oh God. Is
We
it
were
the
at
one
the
I
Y,
remember?
and it was right after one of his sleepover days with Travis when we were playing Gmod all night. We went to the Y the next
Don't
day.
say sleepover days. That's fuck.
It was what it was. You would sleep over at his house just so that you could play Gmod. Because his computer was better than yours. And we do a Gmod night, and that's all we'd play all night. And we wake up in the morning, and we were like, let's go to the Y. And we all went to the Y. And then Travis got a call from Braden's dad saying something along the lines like, I'm coming to pick up Bauer now.
From school. You're saying it ass backwards. It wasn't a sleepover.
No, it
It's from
was.
school. No, Judd.
You
I
slept
remember-
no, you slept over at his house. I remember that.
I remember
it was the
when
morning we went to the Y on
I remember
Saturday.
when,
I did not-
like someone else told us before. It was a sleepover.
Yeah.
It was not a sleepover.
No, it was. I remember the day like yesterday.
I
I thought you
thought
were
Motherfucker, I
too.
called. No. Here,
Because it was in the morning still.
motherfucker. I think it was grade 8. I decide we're gonna do this after school.
No, because
I
no,
go
no.
to the office. I'm in the foyer, and I call my parents, and my brother picks up and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna hang out with Travis." And And I remember Braxton saying, I don't think that's a good idea because my dad's my dad's dad died. Like and we're going over to my my uncle's so we can have a proper like burial and fire for him. And I was just like, no. And I walked over to fucking, I decided we go to, what is that place? YMCA.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis gets a call, obviously. You were right about that. And it's like, hey, it's your dad. And I, in a fucking panic, sprint to Travis's house.
Kevin, no, that's where you're mixing up stories, is because it did happen twice where your dad did call Travis at the Y to say he's coming for Bauer. But one of the times was, that happened. And but he picked you up at the Y. But there was another time where it was right after a sleepover, and that was the time you sprinted back to Travis's because you left all your shit at Travis's.
Yeah, didn't your dad go into the Y?
Yeah,
and
he
then,
came into the Y, and he looked at me and Travis, and he's like, "Where is he?" And we're like, "He ran back to Travis's," and he's like, "Bullshit." And he made us search the Y with him, and we're like, "He's not here." And he's like, "No, he is." And then he got kicked out. And yeah.
Yeah, I remember Braden's dad being kicked out or banned or whatever.
He was kicked out and banned.
So did that? So you're telling me that
stories.
situation? You're telling me that situation happened twice?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What?
No, because there was one time he picked you up from the Y, and I think you're just jumbling up the stories. Where the one where you ran back to Travis's, the sleepover night, was when he came here, but he did pick you up at the Y one time.
Tell me this shit happened twice.
Yeah, but he wasn't aggressive the first.
Well,
time.
also,
Oh my God.
yeah, I think the most aggressive one was because Travis was fucking with him on the phone.
Yeah, Travis
He's
was
just
like,
like,
"Where's
you
my
have to.
$2?" He's
Where's
like, "I
my
want my
$2?
$2 because I paid for him to
And
get
my dad's fucking dad died, so he was not in the mood. He was so fucking angry.
Oh man. Travis was being a little shit.
Travis was being an absolute douchebag to him.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
where's my $2? I don't think Jordan had anything to do with it, but Travis was being an ass to my dad.
I just sat
So
there watching.
obviously, my dad's just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go pick him up.
Oh my
But
God.
oh my God, the funny thing was, is we had a long drive to my uncle's. Obviously, we fucking
God.
missed it, so he was even more pissed off.
Oh no.
And he's just like, I'm not mad at the fact you ran to Travis's house. I'm pissed off at the fact that little shit asked me for $2. and he's just like, and I was like, I honestly think, I think if Travis knew the situation,
I think you should have given him $2.
that you refused to tell him, I think we would have been fine. But no, Travis decided to be an absolute shit on the worst day.
Can we also talk about the fact that you would always beg your parents to let you guys go to your grandmother's for the night so that you could play on their Alien, wear a PC to play Gmod? Back when we had our Gmod days,
I remember that.
we played Gmod literally every night. Let me check how many hours I have.
Well, what
I remember
fucking
that.
else did you want me
I
to
have
do?
95.
I didn't have a computer there.
I mean, most of the time you could have just gone to Travis's. Travis's was open to you every weekend if you wanted. You guys would literally do sleepovers from Friday to Sunday sometimes. What other school
nice.
stories do I have?
I have a lot, but I keep
That's
getting
funny.
fucking in.
I mean, there was getting kicked out of Mr. West's class every day.
Wait, what?
I don't remember
Every day,
any of
yeah.
that. I don't think you got kicked
I
out.
don't remember.
I got
this.
kicked out pretty often. It wasn't every day, but pretty often.
I didn't hear about you getting kicked out.
It was
I didn't hear about
it was
it either.
normally just me okay, so there was one time.
Were you moaning or something?
No, it was actually kind of a justified reason to me at least.
Okay, you getting
The
kicked
Brazilian,
out?
yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
me
Oh.
mocking him.
Okay.
I mocked him. So it was there was one time the Brazilian kids didn't do their homework. We had Brazilian transfer students,
Yeah.
and they didn't do their homework.
That's a lot of them.
And they're like, "Look, we don't understand it." And he was like, he started talking about himself in third person so that they would understand more. He
Oh,
got
okay.
mad at their English. He's like, Mr. West says you need to do your homework every night, blah blah. And I just looked at Mitchell one time, and just went, Mr. West said you need to start doing your fucking homework.
Oh my
And
god.
Mr. West was like, who did that? And we were just both sitting there quietly laughing.
It's
and
like
then
that
he
Full Metal Jacket scene.
and then he started talking again. I go, Mr. West said, and he's like, Jordan, get out. And then I walked over to the cafeteria because it was right there, and that's where like everyone was. Because I swear everyone had a spare at that time. It was like Xander, Austin, and I think a couple others. I don't think it was
Wish
either
I
of
had
you
a
two.
spare.
I
And
think I was there probably.
maybe, and I just hung out with them the rest of the period. Like he never called me back in, and I took my books out with me. And that happened
Yeah, I
on a
never
few
had any
occasions.
spares. I only had half a lunch break usually too.
Well, you know what? I feel like I remember you walking to the cafeteria every so often, but you wouldn't tell us why you were there on any given day.
Yeah, and I just stay there the rest of the period, right?
Yeah, you just show up and like you'd be
I
like,
think I was
"Oh,
there one time because I forget why.
I think one of your classes got canceled or just ended early or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So like, I remember you walked in. I'm like, oh, do you have a spare two or something? And then like you just didn't answer or something. Because I remember like
Probably.
wondering about that.
Yeah, because it wasn't consistent that you'd come in.
Yeah, and I just
okay,
show up
gotcha.
and I just stay for the rest of the period.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
it
just
was
you
so
like
often.
It was
not going
it was
to class.
often, but it didn't have rhythm.
We didn't
No,
know
it
it
didn't.
was you getting kicked out.
Yeah,
We thought it was just you getting like.
but
You're just
but,
leaving.
Okay, you can agree with me or not, but it was justified, right?
Uh,
Like the mocking,
feel
at
like-
least.
I'd say
I feel like
justified.
you getting kicked out is also justified.
I agree
No, it
there,
is,
Yeah.
but I also
agree,
had a
but-
99
focus.
in the class,
Yeah.
so I didn't
No.
care in the end. I still got
As
my
much as
homework
I'm-
done every day. It was
As much
done
as
in
I'm
class.
happy that I finished math in grade 11 and didn't have to do grade 12 math. I feel like it would have been really fun to be in Mr. West's class.
Oh, it would have been. It was the easiest math to take. I literally took it as an
I
extra
feel like
credit
everyone,
because
everyone would be
again,
asking for help though, probably.
oh, they always ask me for help. That's why I kind of tried to get kicked out some days.
Yeah, so I don't think you'd like it, Chase.
So literally what happened was like, yeah, I was in applied math, and so I took his math because it was easier and it was a credit. I filled up a spare,
Mhm.
and so I took it. Raised my GPA a shit ton, to be honest. I had my homework done before the lesson was over,
Mhm.
and yeah, I was chilling, and then I just like, I don't know, I'd make some stupid joke to Mitchell normally, and then he'd be like, "Get out," and I'd be like, "Okay," and I'd walk out, and I'd walk to the caf.
It's like you just go to Mitchell like, why did the chicken cross the road? And then he like kicks you out. It's like, Jordan, get out.
Actually, hold on. There's
Honestly,
an old.
probably the only thing he did is just like that fucking SpongeBob bit where he just says a number and Mitch starts
24.
laughing uncontrollably.
Yeah. Chase, you haven't really told any good stories. Were you
I
a
have
good
no good stories. I was so
No?
sheltered, bro.
man? What a guy.
I made Mr.
Kanye,
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I need to hear
What?
this now. I don't think
What
you've
you
ever told me
do?
this.
Okay, grade 8 comes by.
Yeah.
We're in. What's a good name? Because I've never learned the motherfuckers. Can you bleep this one out? Can you just bleep that?
Oh,
Right.
fine. Fine.
Beep.
You just said
Yeah.
Mr.
Beep.
W. You
Oh,
could have
yeah.
said Mr. W.
Sorry.
Then
That's
that's
what we
safe.
all
Sorry.
refer to him as.
I'm sorry, Eden, but I don't know what caused her to do this,
Mhm.
but it was lunchtime, right? We were just fucking being idiots at lunch, because, middle school.
Yes.
Yep.
And for some odd reason, somebody, I think it was no, I think it was fucking
Hmm?
a lunch prefect.
Lunch prefect.
Yeah, why is
Well,
he prefect?
That's a very British word, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that is a very British word. Just say supervisor, dipshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Or
lunch
Harry-
supervisor
you read too
walked
much
in,
Harry Potter.
and yeah, I do. It's a problem. But she walked in, and for some odd reason, fucking thought Chase was like strangling me, but he was just holding me. And then Miss
Kanye.
storms down here, tells me to go to the office. I was just like, I was being held. What do you mean? but I got sent to the office, and then she had like without my consent, had a private conversation with the whole class.
I remember that. I was there for that.
And I can't remember exactly what she said.
Oh, I can
but once
basically tell you. It was basically along the lines of like,
Bauer doesn't have any friends.
yeah, she's like, Bauer has a hard time making friends. You guys don't need to make it worse on him. And we're all sitting there like, Bauer has more friends than anyone in this school.
Well, I mean, friends though, or like actual friends.
Okay, actual friends, it was like even with everyone.
Yeah.
But like friends,
People who knew him.
like, it was a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm
people
proud to
who
say I'm
knew
friends
him.
with all my bullies now.
Are you sure?
Right.
What about C?
Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Come on.
Don't bleep that at all.
No, I gotta bleep that.
You gotta bleep that. I don't
Gotta
want him
bleep
calling
Come
me
on.
out.
You can just call him C word though. That will
I'm
also
still
work.
I'm still unfortunately in fucking
R. Kelly.
proximity of
R. Kelly.
So,
Pissed
yeah.
on you yet to claim territory.
No. And anyway,
yet, huh?
anyway, they had a giant private conversation, and I was just like, Matthew.
Beep.
Oh fuck, sorry. This is hard. I was just like, hey, you need to tell me what she said. And as soon as he told me, because he had a big mouth, that's fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Oh, not that he
Anyway.
cared too much.
He had a really big mouth, and I was just like, okay, I'm angry now. I remember in gym class I was telling him, and as soon as I heard what he said, I snapped my racket over my knee, and I walked over I stormed the office, and the secretary's like, oh, you can't go in there. I was just like, I don't care. And I walked in, I was just like, where do you get the fuck off? And just, oh my god, it was beautiful. I was fuming. And, it was brutal. I said, 1, stay the fuck out of my business. 2, I have friends. And she's like, I'm not telling you. I was just like, let me speak. And 3, I don't need a bodyguard or anything. If I needed a bodyguard, I would have just asked my bigger friends. And she's just
You
like,
know
I
that
was
guy
just
that
trying
was
to...
supposedly strangling me? I could have said something to him.
Yeah, I could have said something
He's got
because
my
he's
back.
my actual friend, and I fucking name dropped everybody in that class who was my friend. And I
Which was
just
like
"See?"
everyone in the class.
Yeah.
Which was everyone in the class. No one had a problem with me except that guy. Except
Trench?
Trench. Yeah, Trench.
He already
Trench.
has a nickname.
I could tell stories about Trench.
Yeah.
Except
just only call him
Trench.
Trench.
So yeah, I was just like, stay the fuck out of my business.
Wait, what's he
and
also
I-
Gus?
No,
And I
no, that
dropped
was
Every fucking...
Oh, that's
I-
someone else.
yeah.
Right, I know.
I dropped every F-bomb with the meaning. And she, oh my god, she was tearing up. And I
think-
didn't care. I
I think that's where Bauer peaked.
was just like, I don't care about
Yeah, Barry, you have like a year left of your
crying or
life.
anything. But, oh my god, I was so angry.
Oh man.
Police is
Okay.
almost up.
And this was like my 10th time in the office. With
But you
Miss...
Kanye.
yourself there.
Well, yeah. I put
Put
myself
yourself
there.
there with a purpose.
And I stormed out. I remember damaging the wall because I whipped the door. I whipped the door as hard as I could because I was just so pissed off.
Man.
And I remember, I think Miss
Tupac.
tried to like stop me or something, and Miss
Kanye.
no, just leave him. And I just flat out walked home. I didn't care. And I was like, I know there's gonna be repercussions, but the spineless bitch didn't fucking. She did not want anything to do with me the next day, and got another spineless idiot to deal with me, and it was
Chief Keef.
the salad eating idiot. Yeah.
In grade 8, there's this kid named Trench. We called him Trench because one time in the gym change
Because his
room,
chest concave
he
in.
chose to show us his trench. He had, I think it was like 2 or 3 missing ribs, and so he had just a big hole in
Yeah,
his
he
chest.
showed me one. It's very disturbing.
It is. It's kind of gross. He said it was from his friends, like, you know those, like, I don't know if they're still ever there, but like on the side of the sidewalk there used to be like those like It almost looks like what you'd like attach like a sprinkler to. It's like one of those like rusty like circle
yeah,
things
yeah.
that come out.
Yeah, those small
Yeah.
like valve.
He said his friends were like dragging him across the grass,
Oh,
and they
God.
dragged him over one.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
And that's why
I never
he's.
knew that bad.
That's what he told me.
Listen, I mean, I don't know if it's true.
Yeah,
I don't know if
He
it's
lied
true
a
either
lot,
because
didn't
he lied a lot, but like
Yeah.
that's
He
what I'm
lied.
going with because it sounds the most believable.
It sounds,
surprisingly.
yes, it sounds plausible.
Anyways, he did a lot of dumb shit. Not gonna lie. So much so that the teacher had a trench defense force, is what I'll call it. It consisted of me, Cole, Chris, and Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
And Trench would. There were multiple scenarios. There was one time when Trench was sitting in his seat, and the way Mr. W would always start lessons was he'd sit in his seat, and we'd all just shut up and pay attention, because that's what we knew. And there's one time Trench was just sitting in his seat, and Mr. W was like, stand up. And he's like, no. And he's like, stand up. And he's like, no, what you gonna do? And he's like, last chance, stand up. And he goes, nah. And he goes, guys. And like, I think it was, this time it was like just Cole and Andrew walked over, they both picked up an arm, and they threw him outside.
And you can admire his spirit, though.
Yeah. There's
His
another time.
unbreakable spirit.
There was one
Yeah.
time Mr. W was trying to teach. I think he was trying to read us like a book, probably like the Underground Railroad or some shit. Whatever the grade
The
8
one where you
equivalent
say the
was.
N-word?
Whatever the grade 8 equivalent was.
Did he say the N-word?
I don't remember him ever saying it.
Okay, because my teacher said the N-word. Wasn't
no,
a big
lesbian?
deal, though. What? Yeah.
Yeah. I had her too in grade 7 though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this is grade 8. There's one time he was trying to read one of those books, and Trench was just like, hey. And Mr. W goes, what? And he goes, you want to see me eat some paper? And Mr. W goes,
Yeah.
do it. See what happens. And Trench rips up a piece of paper.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
think that's a challenge.
yeah, he goes, you sure? And yeah, Mr. W's like, yeah, see what happens. And Trench, as soon as he puts it in his mouth and starts chewing, Mr. W goes, get out of my class.
He said
Yeah,
yeah, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
He said to
I
do
didn't
it.
even tell him not to.
Yeah. He was doing what the
He just
teacher
said,
asked.
see what happens.
He said, see what happens. And
I
he's
think
like,
that's a bit
get out of
unfair.
my class. And
It
Trench
was
is like,
unfair.
what? No.
I remember that
And
day.
he's like, get
Yeah.
out of my class. And he's like, no.
That is a bit
Yeah,
unfair,
and
but
he
it's
literally just
hilarious.
looked at he literally just looked at him and was like, "Why?" He was like, "No, like I didn't do anything."
And so me, Andrew, Cole, and Chris picked him up, each of
Oh
us
my
grabbing
God.
one limb, and threw him out of the class.
Oh my
And then
God.
the last one I remember is he got clicking his pen. And Mr. W took his pen and put it on his desk. And then Trench picked it back up and started clicking his pen again. Mr. W took his pen, threw it on the ground. Trench runs out of his seat, picks up the pen, runs back to his seat, and starts clicking it again. Mr. W ripped it out of his hand and threw it out the door. Trench ran outside the door to go grab it. Mr. W then closes the door and locked him out of the classroom.
Oh my God.
Actually, there was another time because Trench was banned from 7-Eleven for stealing. That we went on a walk to go to
So was
7-Eleven. I think
A lot of
Bauer still
people
came
were, I
for the
think.
walk though.
I did. It was a nice walk.
We went on a
A
walk
lot
to
of people were
7-Eleven,
banned, surprisingly.
and
Well, maybe not
Trench just
surprisingly.
stayed in the classroom. He was like, "Guys, no, take me with you." I think it was more so just the fact that he was told to stay, probably by Mr. W.
Yeah.
Like, did he know Bauer was banned as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember
I
it
guess
literally took.
Bauer's more tolerable.
It
But
also
there's
took
people
a
willing
lot
to
more.
pay for Bauer.
It also took a lot more convincing though to get Bauer to like eventually just get the courage to go back in, because I think it wasn't until like grade 9 or 10 he went back in. And it was from like probably me and Travis or me and Cole just being like, they definitely don't remember you anymore. It's also probably just brand new staff.
Yeah. Also, they probably wouldn't even
And when he
care
walked
anymore.
into the doors, they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, and
I
then
think
they,
that's
like,
what you
they
thought
they took
would
out their
happen,
gun
right, Bauer?
and then they shot you.
What?
Is that what you thought would happen? They just look at you and be like, "Get out."
I was afraid that they'd call the police.
What?
Because, no, there was this
They wouldn't even
manager
come.
that was...
Like you never
Strictly out
stole
there for
anything,
it.
right? It
Even
was
if
literally
they
just
ca-
like
even if they called
the
the
kid
police,
They
incident,
would
right?
not come
Bauer?
Even if they called the police, it'd
What?
take them like 5 hours to get there.
I said
if they got
you
there. at all.
you never even stole anything, right? It was just that child incident, right?
Yeah,
What?
It was a child incident.
Okay, now tell that
and-
story so it doesn't make it out that I'm calling you a pedophile or something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
he is, though.
it's a little sus.
Okay, there were...
So there were 3 5-year-olds.
No,
No, just listen to the story. It's pretty good if you haven't heard it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't heard of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because I've done a lot of stupid shit in 7-Eleven that got me banned.
It was the one where he like ran into you.
Did you
Oh,
attack
okay.
like a 5-year-old?
No. I remember this now. Okay, so me, Xander, Austin, Jordan, I think. It
I was
Jordan
not there.
Okay, sorry. We decided to go to 7-Eleven. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go there. And I felt so bad. I was, oh man, I was upset. But everybody thought I did it maliciously. But no.
Oh.
Anyway, I was filling up my Slurpee, right? Xander, it was winter. Xander's just like, you're an idiot for getting a Slurpee. I was like, oh yeah. So we started arguing back and forth. And I thought Xander did this on purpose, but he didn't.
Oh.
I guess he had like hot chocolate, and I bumped into him,
Ah.
and it spilt on me. And I thought he did it on purpose. So well,
Yeah,
obviously
he wouldn't do that on purpose.
He probably,
Yeah.
he wouldn't do it on purpose, but he was a really nice guy. But I thought it. Austin, he was just up front, just paying for his stuff. I was angry at Xander. So, I don't
So
think
you
Xander would
attacked
remember
him.
this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Xander would. I don't care. Xander probably wouldn't remember this. But I didn't. So I just started sprinting after him. Inside of a store, like
Oh my
I
God.
said, it made no sense. It made like no sense on why I did. So this stupid child, still am. But Xander took a different aisle. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut him off. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna tackle
Oh
him.
no.
And my dumbass decided to go through the kids aisle.
Oh,
Well,
no.
the candy aisle at lunch. So there are tons
Oh.
of like little kids, and at the time I was short, but I wasn't that short, and I had like tunnel vision to Xander. I was just
You
like,
tell me
oh,
you
this
played
is
kid bowling.
no, and I was
Okay.
like, this is gonna work. Tunnel vision right to Xander, straight through, not realizing there was a kid kneeling down and trying to get candy. So I sprinted full speed, and before I realized, everybody was looking over. My tunnel vision goes away, and I look over, and with the stern look, these managers look at me, and they're just trying to help this kid up. And I was like, well, what happened? And there's like, you just need this kid right in the temple.
Oh no.
And he was fucking 8 years old. I was like,
Aw.
oh. He had no idea I was rushing.
Oh no.
And obviously at this point, I then realized there was something wrong with me because I did not give
I
up.
realized I had mental
I
issues.
I did not care. I was just like, all right, and I just walked out. And then months later, like I think this is graduation, like graduation's coming up right over there. I get some.
Wait, for middle school, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
I
middle
thought
school.
you were talking
I
when
get-
you were like 18 or something.
No, middle school. I would probably be fucking in jail. But
Okay.
anyway, I forgot all about the incident. Everything was happy joy. Everything was awesome. And then I get called down to the office, and there's like, I think 3 police officers in the office with Miss
Kanye!
Oh, this is gonna be a fun convo. Because at the time, I didn't know that I couldn't read social cues. So I just saw like blank stares. I was just like, well, I don't know what to do, so I just walked out.
Oh.
I walked up, and then I forgot about the matter. And it's like, hey, do you remember
They
this?
just let you leave?
Well, I'm pretty sure they were tending to the kid that I kneed in the head that
I
was
thought you said this
unconscious.
was months later.
No, yeah. At school, you said they were like you said they're police officers.
Yeah, months later.
Yes. Oh, so you're talking about like at 7-Eleven you did. You
Yeah,
just
at
left.
7-Eleven,
Okay,
I just left.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
the manager had stern looks on my face. Nobody was talking. The whole store went silent. Xander and Austin already fucking left.
Smart.
I get called down to the office. There's 3 police officers there, accusing me of like I don't know. I think it was assault and
I mean, I guess it was assault.
assault and theft.
Okay, theft, no. Maybe they
Theft,
thought you
bro.
were stealing, and that's why you were like running.
Yeah. And they're like, do you remember this incident? And they played back. I was like, oh no!
Oh no.
And I was like, yeah, I remember. I felt so bad because I looked over, but I couldn't read any social cues. I have problems with that. And there's just like, yeah, he suffered a concussion.
Oh no. Yeah, that is.
Because I need him right at the side of his head. I tripped over him, but I got up and like I said, tunnel vision. And I was like, oh yeah. Me and my friend, I didn't drop names 'cause I ain't no snitch.
I mean, they didn't do anything technically.
They didn't do anything. And they're like, it's just like a separate incident because we saw you walking two alleys. It's like, yeah, they had no part in it. But you were chasing after that one kid. I was like, yeah, but I think it was a misunderstanding, but I didn't know it at the time.
Oh man.
I think he also apologized. And there's this like, well, the mom refused to press charges, but you're gonna be banned for like 2 years
Fair enough.
from there.
You did. I mean, even if you did tackle
And-
Xander, you would have just spilled hot chocolate everywhere.
Exactly, and they're like, also, what was the item that you stole? I was like, I didn't steal anything. And it's like, no, one of the managers saw you. I was like,
Maybe you took
No.
something like as you just left without realizing like you didn't pay.
No, I actually don't think he took
I don't
anything.
think he
it
would've taken
just would've
anything.
been
I mean, if
an
they had
assumption or
cameras,
some
then like
shit.
if they had
Uh,
cameras though, they would
Well,
have.
if they had, yeah, if they had cameras.
Because
they
he said they
would've
played it back.
yeah, they played it back, but they said I took something. And I said, no, I didn't take anything. I'm pretty sure it was just me kneeing that kid in the head. But
I think it was just the assault officer.
I think it was just the accidental assault on a child. And they're like, well, we're going to need you to pay for that item you took. I was just like, I didn't take an item. And there's this... They weren't believing me. And Mr.
Kanye!
was like, you got to watch out, he's a liar. I was like, what? And
I like how she
they're
tries to
like-
defend you sometimes, and then other times she's
Yeah.
like, "No, he's a liar. You can't trust him."
I was like, oh,
He's a
thanks
liar
for
and a
throwing me under the
cheater.
Yeah,
bus.
I swear.
Kanye!
Bipolar though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, so great, I'm banned from 7-Eleven, and I had to pay $4.50 for
Did
something
they
I
at
didn't
least-
take.
Did they tell you what the item was that they thought you stole?
They thought I stole fucking live wires. I was like, dude, I would steal something way more of value than fucking live wires. That was like, that was the fucking whole ordeal on like. I got in trouble with the cops a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I've done some
Bauer's wild, you know.